Ma, I'm gay.
You what?
I'm gay. I've always been gay.
Mama does not look happy. That's
No,
Lena
no.
Waithe. In The Master of None, she co-wrote the episode loosely based on her life. It won her an Emmy for comedy writing, making Waithe the first Black woman to receive the honor. Did it really happen like that, Lena, with your mom?
Yeah. She wasn't.
went, what?
She was not a happy camper at first, but then over time, things settled.
And she still loves you.
She still loves her.
She still loves you. So Lena also wrote the new movie Queen and Slim. It follows a Black couple who's on their very first date, who accidentally kill a white police officer in self-defense during a traffic stop.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna find somebody with a phone so I can call my family.
If you do that, then they'll know where we are.
Great.
What if they kill us?
Don't say that.
There's no guarantee they won't. You're a Black man that killed a cop and then took his gun.
I'm not a criminal.
You are now.
You are now. Lena Waithe joins us at the table. I want to get the backstory of how this came about, because you were having a conversation with James Fry, best-selling author. And
Yeah.
He planted this little seed for you about this movie.
I mean, he did. He came up to me at a party and he said, "Hey, I have an idea for a movie that I can't write." And
That he can't write.
he was like, "It's a Black man, Black woman on a first date, on their way home. Police officer pulls them over. Things escalate very quickly, and they kill him in self-defense."
Yeah.
And I said, and then they decide to just get in the car and go. And I was like, "You're right. You can't write that."
But I can.
But I
And
can.
you said,
Yeah.
don't call it a Bonnie and Clyde story, because your go-to, you would think, is Bonnie and Clyde. You said, not this time.
No, and I did revisit that film before I started writing, and Thelma and Louise as well. But I think almost for things that I wanted to sort of break those rules and break convention and sort of put people of color in the center of a narrative, in that, we are in a war that we didn't start.
Right.
And I feel like Black people, when they walk out their door, they go to war every day.
Yeah.
And they have to decide, what Black person do I want to show up as this morning? Do I want to be MLK? Do I want to be Malcolm X?
People know you as a performer, but you think of yourself at heart as a writer.
Yeah, I'm definitely a writer first.
Yeah.
For sure.
So when someone drops something like this in your lap, what do you do?
I immediately, my wheels started spinning. And I just thought, if two Black people killed a police officer, they would instantly become heroes.
Yeah.
I think because of the relationship that Black people have had with police officers over the course of time. Like, I don't think of Black people thinking
They
of
would
police
become
officers.
heroes, you said.
I thought so. That just instantly that's what I thought. I was like, if I heard a story about that, I would wonder, like, oh man, what was that about? Like, why did they do that? And that's the thing, like, we particularly I think Black people, have to create the heroes that we need. And I think that because when I was a young person and I would see police officers, and during the civil rights movement, they would be hosing people down, and there'd be guns and batons. So for me, when you're in school and they say the police officer is your friend, as a young Black person, I don't know
You
if I
said that's not
thought
really
that.
my experience, you would say.
Yeah.
What do you hope people take away from this film?
Whatever they bring to it. I think as an artist, I don't know if it's my job to give people answers. It's my job to ask questions and to show us ourselves, so that way we can sort of come to terms with who we are as a society.
You're a director and someone you've worked with before on the Master of None show, Melina Matsoukas.
Yeah.
She has called this a protest film.
Yeah.
Is that something you would use as well?
I mean, I think of it as protest art. I know Nina Simone said it is an artist's duty to reflect the times. And I believe that I'm doing that. I'm reflecting the times in which we live. I do believe it's open season on Black bodies. And when I look at the news every day and hear you guys tell stories about Black unarmed people that have been killed by police officers, and then a week later,
disproportionate numbers.
Absolutely. And then a week later, you report that the police officer is back on the force. It's very traumatizing. It's very traumatizing for me every time I see that. I think for some people, it's just a news story. But whenever I see a name come across the screen, a part of me dies.
You've said that as a Black artist, you take tragedies and make them beautiful.
Yeah. I don't think we have a choice. I think Black people have been making beauty out of misery for decades. And I think that's our superpower.
But you're not calling this an anti-cop film, are you?
No.
I mean, yeah.
Because when people see the film, they'll see that just like Black people aren't a monolith, neither are police.
Exactly.
And it's all very layered. But I do think that when Black people see that police uniform, it represents something that can be scary, that can be dangerous, and it could be the end of your life.
You also call it's a first for you, writing.
Yeah.
It's a first for Melina, directing, and it's a first for the lead actress.
Yeah.
Were you scared to have so many firsts on one project for something that's so big?
You know, I wasn't scared. I think I believed in us. And I believed in our ability to tell this story in our native tongue. You know, I always say that black people have a broken English too.
I like
it's a little
that,
bit of
native
Southern,
tongue.
a little bit of city, and a little dash of slavery.
All right,
And great
Lena Waithe.
music. And great music. The music
great
track,
music.
Lena.
Oh my
is-
gosh.
Lena Waithe,
Whoa.
thank you so much. Queen and Slim is in theaters November 27th.